Yes, we are live here at Nevis at the Richmond Lodge Estate here in the Brown Hill area at Nevis. I am here with my Stoneman and we are having a conversation about the area here in the Brown Hill area. This is one of the area where the Destiny Couples project should be taking up areas here. So, Brother Stoneman, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
How are you doing?
I'm fine.
Great. I am just checking my levels, checking my mics to make sure that we are coming through clear. So just give me a few minutes there. Let me check my levels and make sure that we are coming through clear from my end. And then we will have a conversation here in regards to what's taking place here at Nevis. Okay, Brother Stoneman, we are coming through nice and lovely. So, yeah, Brother Stoneman, we just came here and I realized that there was a bunch of animals in the area here that I see irrigation and stuff like that. Now, the Premier have spoke about the situation here in this area, that there's no water and the place is dry and stuff like that. Could you give a little background for the people as we walk down towards that area and let them know what we are actually looking at? And we'll take it from there.
Okay. This is Richmond Estate, locally known as Brown Estate. This is where the Saad family have their farm. Right now, because of the weather, they can't get anything, but they're prepared. That's why you see all the drip irrigation on the ground. They intend to be planting watermelon and cantaloupe. Nobody really knows the gentleman. If you look down in the distance, you see some animals, because he allows people to let them to come to graze, to keep down all the bush and the weeds and everything, because the sheep pull up everything. They don't bite them off like goats, they pull them up. So they've allowed them to let them graze. This is one of the farms on my family's land, which Mr. Brantley says doesn't exist, because he says it's barren, it's worth nothing. You can't grow anything. If you look in the distance, and if we have time to go down there, there's banana, sugarcane, all manner of things they are growing below there. You see all the animals here now?
Yep.
And this is just a fraction of what is on these lands. These lands used to be the go-to when you want meat, when you want animals, when you want sheep, goat, cattle, pigs. This is the place where people came, even from St. Kitts. As a boy, there was a lady who used to come from St. Kitts. She was a butcher. My father used to sell her animals every week. Every week. So you see all the animals there now?
Yeah, well, we're going to walk towards the animal to show the people, because according to Premier Brantley, as recent as last Friday, during our program there, Groundings and Freedom FM with JL, Sam Conda, my good cousin there, Dr. Martin, and we're going to walk this way. And Sam Conda, he claimed that the area here is not even good for animals. So I would like the Premier to take a walk over here with me, that he can explain to me what are these over here.
No, the Premier is blind, because he came to the top of the road and said he looked down and he didn't see anything. So he needs a pair of glasses.
Okay.
These are just some of the animals. And you see them moving away because we're here.
Correct.
Otherwise, they would have covered.
There's a great deal of animals here.
This is only one individual's animals, and there's multiple people who have animals still in Brownhill. I challenge the Premier to tell me I am lying, because I know he's lying when he says nothing has been done over here for the last 100 years, and the land is barren. Does this look like barren land?
Well, if this was barren land, I would expect to see cassia trees and a bunch of overgrown trees and stuff like that. This area seems to be well kept with sprinkler irrigation system for farming.
Correct.
And I see, as I arrived there, the goats, the sheep, and the pelicans following to get their food as well. So this definitely is vital for farming and for animal and for other food and other areas here.
The only reason why this doesn't have anything on now is because of our incremental weather. It's just too dry.
Okay.
Even with irrigation, Mr. Prasad says that they just would not get the production they needed, so they're just waiting. But they're making preparation so that when the rain starts, because even though rain falls, you still need to irrigate to get the best production.
Correct. And these goats and sheep seems to know their way around here well, because I realize as we approach, they are jumping to some fencing area and going into another area below.
Well, below there, Mr. Prasad farms too,
Okay.
because our land extends, my family's land extends from here to the sea.
Okay. Wow. So Destiny really want all of this.
Well, yes, and we are right in the middle. We are the only estate which extends from Brownhill right to the sea.
Okay. And the name of this area?
This is Richard Ridge Estate, known locally as Brown Estate.
Okay. I see a track here, you know, up to taking a walk through there. We're going to go on the other side. The go-
I think it's a problem to go.
Well, I don't see it as a problem, you know. I am a little black boy from St. Paul's. And I used to walk through the hills and valleys in St. Paul. So if the goats can get through here,
Okay, you can?
I think the DJ can as well.
Okay.
So just watch the cassia.
And the back nettle.
They got some sting nettle as well.
Yes, the DJ.
Okay, the sting nettle I'm going to stay away from.
Yeah, careful.
Yeah, I'm going to change my mind with the sting nettle. But the goats went through there.
Yeah.
So I guess they're protected with their skin from the sting nettle.
So what we could do, because we could drive down the road back and then drive down the road.
Okay, so what I'll do, I'm going to stay live, my good people. I am going to stay live while
So in the distance,
mhm.
that ridge is Saddle Hill. That's where all of there they're trying to buy lands. I have some lands up there. They want those lands too. Roger Beer says he has 80 acres up there
Okay.
already. Doctor's Bottom, Martin Hill, Upper Prentice. Sorry, Lower Prentice, because I have Upper Prentice. And all in here is where they want. The wall which they are proposing would have been up by the road which we just came from. It would have gone across there. So Brown Hillians, like Sandy, would have to go on top of the hill to see the sea.
Okay.
They would not be able to stand on the road
Because the wall will block their view.
because the wall would block them.
Well, it appears as though they're talking now about resubmitting a different proposal. So I wonder if they're trying to reduce the height of the wall or they're going to make it higher.
Well, they're going to try pacify it, so they're going to change things which have come out which would be of detriment to their cause. But I know, I've seen their original proposal, and I am glad to see Dr. Drew has cut them off at the legs because he says that they will not be negotiating anything to do with the Constitution, with sovereignty, is security. So that has gutted their whole objective. You see all the irrigation here.
Yep.
People have puffed out. This land is very flat.
I am inviting the Premier to come across here to this area. What is this area called again?
Richmond Lodge Estate.
Richmond Lodge Estate, and see the irrigation system in place here for farming. And you could see the banks that was made up in the past for, I guess, foods that was harvest.
This gentleman grows cantaloupe, watermelon, tomatoes, peppers.
These look like some stuff. Yeah, what are these?
Sorry?
What are these?
No, that's banana.
Oh, that's banana. Okay.
They'll pull them up.
Okay.
And they have bananas down below, sugarcane. His family is famous for providing either sugarcane you eat or sugarcane juice.
Okay. Alright, so we enter from this side. Okay. Well, we could go to the vehicle this way. I just have to get my tripod, and then we could walk this way.
So it amazes me how the people are like, these lands totally barren, never contributed to the economy of Nevis. Mr. Prasad has bought a number of vehicles, he's bought land, he's building a house and everything to generate the money from farming this land here. He comes to he burns coals, so that's where all the kusha have gone, because he burned them to make coals.
Okay. So this is the road here where the wall.
Yeah, the wall would go here on the right. So that's the boundary of our land.
Okay. So this Destiny Wall would be on the right hand side. You're going all the way across. All the way back down to the port.
Sorry?
It'll be going all the way down to the port.
No, the port is back that way.
The port is back this way.
Yeah, this is when you see people on the side, the port way back there. We are about a mile and a half beyond the port.
Okay. Okay. Yes, my good people, I'm DJ Marisha coming to you live from across the North Sea, Nevis. Just taking a little walk with Livy Williams, Livingston Williams, aka Stoneman, giving me a tour of his property here, the area that the Destiny team is interested in purchasing. And I understand Mr. Williams says no. Is that correct?
Hell no.
Hell no. All right, so.
Right, so now this is a road which I cut years ago, right down the middle of our land. So where we came from, right below there,
Yeah.
to here, and to up there. Well, there's another farm. If you come here, let me show you another farm. Totally different to that farm. There's another farm on this side. Then the weather has, has stayed to them. These are some systems which they're going to renovate to get there.
Okay, there's some cisterns on the left here. Okay.
Oh yeah, now you can see just how far down and the intense farming below there.
Okay.
You see?
Yeah, right on the area down there, because some banana and look like sugar cane
Sugar cane, yes.
and planting slips.
Planting. Then this is another farm for another gentleman, you know.
So how could the Premier call this area barren when you have actual food growing.
That's it. Two major farms.
It looked like I could slip in here. I don't think the owner would want to lock me up for taking a picture of their planting. Yeah. So this is a farm here in the area that the Premier says barren. Now, as I look up here, I think my brother there, Brother Garrett Payne there in Canada, I think you know what these are. Soon to be ripe enough to consume. So, how could the Premier say the lands are barren when they're providing food for the people?
See, this is another section of land which, when the weather turns better, they're going to plow.
Yeah.
So you see, they wired it, they cleared it.
Yeah.
Right?
Now, let me see if I could zoom in down below there.
Yeah, that would save us going down.
Okay.
What you see?
Yeah, get a nice zoom on that area there.
And what he does, I give him the pleasure of farming all the land from that side and even across the road, so he can give the land time to rest for a year or two.
Right. So that area down there, where you can see the sugar cane, the banana trees, plantains and different stuff. And Brother Stoneman, you said that your property went all the way down to the coastline there.
Right down to the coastline.
So,
You see the boat is massive.
I see the boat here.
Do you see there's a building
Yeah.
just below the boat on the land?
Yes.
That's where my quarry is.
Okay.
I have a quarry. It's not in use now because we revamped it.
Okay. So that's your quarry right there, just to the right of the boat. Correct.
Again, this is land which is useless.
So how would the Premier say this is useless when you have a quarry on your property?
Oh, well, they should know. Because they are the ones who give me my business license every year for it.
My good people, so you see for yourself that the Premier continues to mislead. These lands, it must be a reason why the Destiny people want to take away these lands from locals. There's some good future in this land over here.
This is the Wild West of Nevis. Because there's nothing here structurally except historical sites, and there's a number of historical sites over here. Do you see the mill there?
Yeah, I see the mill straight ahead. Let me zoom in on the mill. Yeah, let me zoom in on the mill, yeah. Right down there on the coastline.
Good. Well, actually, that's not the coastline.
That's not the coastline?
It's far from the coastline. You still do not see all the land. You see even looking down here?
Yeah.
There is called Manager's Hill. If you're on Manager's Hill, you can see above and below. You are only seeing half of the land, Mr. Mauricio.
Okay. There's a little white water down there where there's a boat going across right now. You see the boat there?
Yes.
Kicking up going across there. There's some fishermen coming in from that end. Just beyond the banana and the
Well, you see, they're going
sugarcane. Yeah, they're going to fish.
They're going to fish. So if they get the seabed where they can control in front of them, the fishermen
Cannot use the seabed.
Can't use it.
Correct.
And again, hell no.
Brother Stoneman, I really want to thank you for accommodating this. Let me take a quick walk up here, a little further here. My good people, there's some good stuff to see here in Nevis if anyone wishes to take a walk in the area here for yourself.
You see, the gentleman here is going to be building a greenhouse.
Yeah, see, there's material here to build a greenhouse.
Yeah.
There's a lot of actions that is going on in the area here. So for the Premier to say that this area is barren, I do not know if his brain is barren. He's probably have a barren brain because his brain cells could be affected by his greed. Okay, and I see chicken wire here again, so it looks like someone is getting ready to do some kind of chicken farming or something here.
Yeah, well, again, you see, irrigation.
irrigation system in place to preparing themselves.
Yeah, for when the weather changes.
Okay.
Because right now a lot of the farmers say it's defeatist to plant anything.
Okay.
See, it's sorrel.
Yeah, there's a sorrel for Christmas. And so we have a lovely cricket pitch here. I don't mind rolling up. I wonder if Melvin want to come. Melvin Hubbard, Cardell, we got a little cricket pitch here. We could bowl a few balls on this pitch. Yeah, these are peppers.
So again, this is the barren land which cannot grow anything. He said scrub land. Incapable of growing anything.
Well, anyone on this live that have the Premier's contact, share this live to the Premier, letting him know that the DJ is on Nevis and the lands that he claims to be barren, I actually find things here that are growing. We got a sugar apple tree here. Look forward to getting some sugar apple when I come again. These are prime lands, not barren land. So how you arrive at barren land? He said there was no water. There was no, I don't want to lie on him. There was no lot of things. But it appears to me that there are water lines here, the irrigation system.
Oh yes.
As a matter of fact,
The gentleman is very serious.
I love to test things, you know, so let me see if Stoneman, if I could get some water out of this thing. Okay, Mr. Premier, that's water. Mr. Premier, that's water. Water is in the area. So that's another one of your dispute that has been disproved.
He always claims that he comes from Brown Hill and he lives in Brown Hill, and I keep telling him he only walked through Brown Hill. He knows nothing about Brown Hill.
Yeah. So, Mr. Premier, there's water in the area. There's a couple of farmlands here that has been prepared with irrigation.
You see there's a couple of buildings there? That's a gentleman who will be doing some animal husbandry.
Okay.
Just over there.
Okay, let me zoom in on that area.
Because Destiny did a deal with the people who he had his animals on currently,
Okay.
and he needs to move. And I told him, no problem.
Okay. So the Premier need to revisit his plan to dump this area in the hand of this foreign investor for Destiny project, because it is clear that the Nevisians are the citizens and residents living on Nevis in the area has planned for this area and are making preparation to utilize these areas. So, Mr. Premier.
Well, they have been utilizing them all along, Mr. Maurice.
Okay. So, I would like to say to the Premier, as we would say back in the days of my time as a DJ, is to wheel and come again. If it's nice, you got to play it twice. As I said, I'm quite happy that I came across this morning to see for myself these barren lands that the Premier spoke about. And I want to take this opportunity to thank Captain Prince and the good folks there at the Waterman's Ferry and Nevis for accommodating the DJ coming across to Nevis this morning. So I want to thank Captain Prince for sponsoring my trip across to Nevis this morning via the Waterman's Ferry company there. You guys remember the Carib Surf? Yes, that's Captain Prince. Captain Prince Mills. He always makes sure that the DJ is okay. So I want to thank him for accommodating my trip across to Nevis this morning. My good people, though we're going to take a little more tour, I have seen enough suffer to disprove and discredit the Premier's statements about barren land in this area that has not been used in 100 years. It is clear that these lands has been occupied by citizens and residents of Nevis, St. Kitts Nevis, and has produced vital food for consumption, while the Premier travel overseas. Maybe he don't get enough time to really see what's going on in Nevis. So he's not sure of what he's speaking about. I'll give him that much credit. Maybe he's not sure of what he's speaking about. So I'm going to continue taking my little tour with Mr. Livingston Williams, aka the Stoneman, as we continue to travel. Yeah.
You have enough clips of down below?
Yeah. Well, I have enough, but if you have the time you want to run through this, fine. Just to show the distance, because I'm live still. So you want to go through there? Okay. Yeah, it's just for the eyes of the people. Remember, this live is not for the DJ. It's for the online viewers. So as we travel deeper down into this area, and again, this estate is your guys' estate.
It's my family estate.
Your family estate, and the name of the estate is
Richmond Lodge.
Richmond Lodge Estate.
Locally known as Brown Estate.
Locally known as Brown Estate.
Legal.
A lot of property here. How many acres of land you said this is? 150. Wow. And Destiny folks want all of it. All of it. Yeah, very square inch of it. They don't want to take a piece, they don't want to lease.
No, they don't want a partnership.
They don't want a partnership.
They want out.
They want you out completely. That sounds like an experience I had not too long ago. Somebody wanted a partnership and then find a way to try to eliminate me completely. So I guess someone told me sometime back, a couple of weeks back, as a matter of fact, about 2 weeks ago, welcome to the University of Nevis.
See now, this is a young gentleman
Okay.
who is establishing a farm for animal husbandry.
Okay.
Who will be doing strictly meat, rabbits, you know,
Okay.
like that.
I would like you to invite the Premier over here, give him a little tour. He might have a different view, change of heart, so to speak. A lot of land over here, and it sure is not barren.
You see, there's like this pole. You see?
Yeah.
That massive
As a
pole
matter of
over
fact, let me show the cold pit. Let me take a walk over there. Right, good people. So, I don't know, those of you who might have been living in the countryside, whether on Nevis or St. Kitts, where back in the days you got your coal pot, so you need your coals to cook, or even today for barbecue. Coal is what they need for the barbecue pits. So this area, I'm going to take you to an area here where this individual actually set up their coal and burn their coals. To the same farmer to provide these barbecue pits. Yes. So these are the wood that they use, cut down, set up these coal pits. I almost said that drum was one of the tanks that they use for the berries, but no. Because I know they do berries in the area as well.
He's very productive, this gentleman. Right?
Yeah, very productive. You sound like a Guyanese.
Yes, he is.
Guyana people are very creative.
Yes.
So this is another massive area here where the coal pits are set up. So you can see he would pack the wood in this big metal container and light it off. And once the wood burned to the coals level, then they would bag them and sell them to the beach bars, the barbecue restaurant and folks. Coals is something that is a needed necessity in St. Kitts Nevis for the restaurant and the food industry. All of those barbecue pitches here around the island would need coals. And again, water is here. This is a water tank. I even see a lounge chair here. This chair would be for me. Yeah. So this is another coal pit here that apparently been burnt. Just a matter of them to take it out. Yep. Okay, Livy. This is a lot of land, a lot of good stuff. So I would like to say again to the Premier, these lands are not barren lands. These lands are being used by your citizens and residents of Nevis. So we need to have that conversation, Mr. Premier. I'm going to have to give my boy Weber a call to find out have Weber taken a drive over here. Because I think as the leading radio station on the island of Nevis, if he have not been on this end, he should take a ride over this side and see for himself, so that when these bad actors come to his program, he can at least get some clarity. The definition of what the Premier is calling barren land that has not been used or touched in 100 years. Currently, these coal pits, or coal healers they would call them, is in operation right here in 2026. So we're not talking about 100 years. We're talking about currently in use. So, my good people, as I continue my little tour here in Nevis, I thank Brother Livingston Williams again for this tour. He's definitely a stone man. I'm going to have to change his name to Stone Cold. And even Stone Wall, because he's standing strong. He said he's not selling his land, not a drop, not a bit. So my good people, from the top, when I zoom in on these banana trees and cane field and stuff, we are closer. Let me just run over there quick and give you a close-up that this is what I zoomed in on a while ago. Right? So this is what I just zoomed in on a while ago. I am now closer to the area, so I could give you a better view, close up. I zoom in from the top of the hill and I gave you an idea. I am now right on the ground, just feet away. You could see the bunches of bananas.
You see the cane over there?
You could see the cane field over there striving.
Right.
As a matter of fact,
everything would have looked better if the weather was better.
if I had my knife, I would have definitely gone and break a cane. Back in the days in St. Kitts, when you break cane out of season, they charge you by the joint. So you better pray that those joints are short because you're going to pay based on the length of the joint.
Look how much work this gentleman and his family have put into this land. And I promised them years ago, I don't need to worry about, I'm going to turn up one day and tell them I'm selling the land.
So all of this is your family land?
All of this, on both sides.
On both sides?
This road is what I cut years ago.
Okay.
I even had problems because above was a gut.
Okay.
And they used to boil rum in the gut. And everybody said I was crazy. Who's making a road through a gut? But the gut was originally a road.
I wonder if my boy Jebby used to be up there boiling rum. I know
Probably.
I know Jebby is a Hammond man as well, you know.
Probably. Brown Hill was the hub.
Brownhill is still the hub, you know.
Well,
I think I understand Brownhill produced the best berries in the Federation. That is what I was told.
Right, you see, more sugarcane.
Yeah,
That
I
one
see.
over there is what he just established.
Yeah, okay.
These are some older ones.
All these are older sugar cane.
Yeah, so he established them newer ones, which is softer and more productive than these.
Okay.
And he's saying he goes to get
Sugar cane.
the sugar cane.
Yeah, saying it's have some nice, lovely, soft white cane over there.
Right, that's what he told me.
Well, I've been here just about under an hour. And what I have seen over in this area, the south coast of Nevis, so far is not barren land, but lands that are in use. So I challenge the Premier to come back and revisit this area and come and explain to the people his definition of barren.
Let us go just to that
Okay,
location there.
okay,
Because remember I told you from on the top you still don't see all the land?
correct.
This is called Manager's Hill. When you get to this point, then you see down.
Okay. So, my good people, the DJ is just here on Nevis in the south coast. Started in the Brownhill area
By Sandy.
by Sandy, and I'm actually walking to the property, the estate for Stoneman, the name of your family estate?
Richmond Lodge Estate,
Richmond Lodge Estate,
locally known as Brown Estate.
locally known as Brown Estate, and all this walking I have been doing is basically on the same estate.
We are in the middle of the estate.
We're in the middle of the estate, walking down a road that was cut in the middle of the estate, some 150 acres of land that the Destiny folks wants to acquire.
You see, Robbie did farm all the way down.
Yeah. And this fresh waste from the cows and stuff, I can only imagine that there's a lot of animals in the area.
Yeah, they would have gone way beyond us now. Probably earlier,
Yeah.
we would have met them transversing to go over.
Yeah, well, we know animals in the mornings, they go out to do their work and they come back in the evening. So we're not going to see all of them in this area. But I don't think this would be my only live broadcast, because if I know the Premier well, he's going to come back with another long, drawn-out presentation. And I just might have to come back to show him another area.
When you come back earlier, and I'll take some video and show you the numbers of hens with the animals in.
Okay.
Laid in this area.
Wow. If Destiny get their hand on these lands, they definitely will have a destiny.
They know what happened. And the Premier to try to discourage the lines and say that the lands are worthless and barren and not contribute to the economy of such a way of life.
Brother Livy, I just found out that you and I share the same birth month. But not only the same birth month, but just 2 days apart. So we are Aquarius twins.
Now, take a look. This is manager's bill. My father refused to let me dig anything up here unless he was there in case there was gold.
Okay.
Building. Now, do you see the rest of the land?
Wow.
Do you see? Do you see there's another mill there which you never saw from the top?
Correct.
Right? But you see now, you see the land? That's why it is called manager's.
Okay, so let me zoom in on that area down there. Yeah, see another mill down there. Wow. Wow.
The land is like a belly. So when you look at the top, you just don't see this.
So straight across in the distance, there's an antenna there, a red and white antenna. What's that?
That is the lighthouse. The secondary lighthouse. They had an original.
So that's what the ships will use.
Yes. Should use.
The ship should use as a guide.
So them still on the
Okay.
ship. Some mistake on radios like for their navigation light.
Okay. Well, Livy look like, if I am not mistaken, you seems to have the destiny success in your hands. If you don't sell, there will be no destiny.
Well, not me, our family.
Your family.
This lot here belongs to Hugh Williams.
Hugh Williams.
That's my brother.
Okay.
When I tell you who called about where's the road?
Yeah.
He's the one who has first dibs on here.
Okay.
This is his spot.
Okay.
His hill.
Okay. And straight ahead over there, those two peaks. Let me zoom in over there. What's that area?
That's Saddle Hill.
That's Saddle Hill.
Saddle Hill Peak.
Saddle Hill Peak.
Nelson Lookout. There's
Nels-
on the right hand peak.
Yeah.
There's Nelson's Lookout.
Nelson's Lookout. Okay.
And up Saddle Hill, they have a fort. When you go there, you're going to see it.
Okay. And that building, that white building with those red galvanized, what's that?
That is, you know, the guy who does Nelson Spring Water.
Yeah.
He owns that.
Okay.
That is on Bushel Estate.
Okay. All right. Well, Nevis, when Miko said Nevis nice, Nevis is really nice. Now, is whether or not the people of Nevis willing to hold on to Nevis or to give it away or to sell it. But Nevis is really nice. I am very impressed with this little tour this morning by the man Livingston Williams, aka Stoneman. But I'm going to give him a new name. He's a Stonewall. Because Destiny would have to go through him to get their project approved. And this ain't a black wall, you know, stone wall. These stones I see here in the area are very tough. I want to big up Daddy Gaskell, my brother there, Charles Gaskell, and the family, Mama Gaskell.
Gaskell is the one who sold this estate to my father.
Wow.
So tell Mark, keep his mouth off of Mr. Gaskell.
Well, I met the Gaskells last September officially during my first match on St. Kitts. And the Gaskell have shown nothing but love for the people of St. Kitts and Nevis and most of Nevis. So I can say to Mark Brantley, based on his actions, the Gaskells have shown more love for the people of Nevis than he has. And I can challenge him on that because I'm talking from experience.
I think I said so before, Mr. Gaskell, anybody can work for him, he could sell them land at a concessionary rate. Far below market value, ridiculously far below market value.
Yeah, definitely give credit to the Gaskells for their contribution. I have heard nothing but good stuff from the people of Nevis where the Gaskells are concerned. Mark Brantley, who lives just stone throw away from the Gaskells, I understand where he expanded his property there, and that piece of land, he bought it from someone that bought that land from the Gaskels. So he has benefited from the people of Nevis, according to him, from his education to his adulthood to his position in the politics. I don't know why he think he have a right to disrespect the Gaskels. I think he should be thanking them for their contribution to Nevis. They have done a lot of great things for the people of Nevis. And I am of the view, if what the Gaskell had in possession of, had Mark had access to those lands or other expats, they would have demanded a lot more for those lands and they would not be sharing. At least the Gaskells are sharing with the people what they have.
Well, the Premier claims he has land on the border of the projected Destiny project. And he's not selling and that's his right. So why doesn't he give that advice to the land owners? No, because he's waiting for things to spring up. That's another conflict. And then he can sell his
At a higher price.
at a much higher price. He wants you to take a penny hitting for yours.
Okay, so from the middle of your property here, I'm seeing some, from the middle of your property, I'm seeing some buildings in the distance over there. What's that area?
A place called Flagstaff Hill.
Flagstaff Hill.
Yes.
Okay.
It's just developing. So you saw that a little road goes in. You see people spend their money.
Yep. So, my good people, as I said, I am just here giving you a little tour of the area. I have been on the property here of Livingstone Williams, aka Stoneman, the stone wall of Nevis. He's going to keep that stone wall up. That will affect the destiny success on Nevis. So I don't think that he'll be loved by the Premier. And with the DJ speaking the things, because the DJ only speak facts, I don't think the DJ will be loved by the Premier either. But that is all good.
It's Pembroke Estate.
Okay, Pembroke Estate.
They are distant family to us. That's 101 acres.
Okay.
And they're not selling.
Okay, they're not selling. So you have 150 acres. They have 101 acres, so that's 251 acres, and none of you are going to sell. So there's no problem.
Theirs goes right down too.
Okay. So here's the banana trees. As a matter of fact, one of the tree is broken and fall because I guess the banana bunch is too heavy. The sugar cane. This is what the Premier said, barren lands. This is what barren land look like in the minds of the Premier. Yep. See another tree here, red bananas are on the ground. In the distance I see a white vehicle up top there. I do not know if the Premier is sending his people to get me off the land, but we'll find out eventually. You know they love to send police for the DJ. So, in the distance there, I see a white Jeep coming down. Yeah. Yeah. So, let's see if they are sending someone to escort the DJ out of Nevis. But we're going to continue down the road here in the area to try to show the actual area here where the Destiny project is proposing, my good people.
What would these farmers do? What would that livestock owner do? Pembroke is leased by gentlemen, one of them who works for Funny
Yeah.
Animals. So what are they going to do? if we sell it.
Well, I'm happy to hear you say you're not going to sell out because you seem as though, based on all conversation, the Destiny Project is not in the best interest of the locals. It might be in the best interest of somebody who is to benefit. They sent the police for me. They sent the police for me. They sent the police for me here. They sent the police for me. Daddy Gaskell, I saw a white Jeep coming. I said, man, they sent the police for the DJ again.
Yes.
Let it remain yours.
I am going to pin this mic on you, Daddy Gaskell,
And
so
that
that
is,
you can speak freely.
and that is thanks to you, Mr. Gaskell.
Just pin it on the shirt there for me. Yes, Daddy Gaskell, you're live. Good morning. How are you doing?
Good morning. I'm doing very well on this lovely day. I'm living a piece of land called Richmond Lodge, which just about bisects this awful Destiny project, which cannot happen, particularly in view of the Premier refusing to say how much land is in the Destiny project. But we hear from a whistleblower that it's 845 acres, which is 31% of the total that they apparently require in this south portion of Nevis. So we don't know how he is going to manage to effect this lawfully, because the Prime Minister should not put before the federal parliament anything for a Destiny project other than the land that Destiny owned when they submitted their agreed plan. So we have to wait and see.
Well, Daddy Gaskell, I have to ask you a question. I hope you don't take me to court. But you sure you don't work for the CIA in London?
Is there such a thing?
Well, Scotland Yard or something, because how you find me and live his land?
Charles, tell me, you're out with Livy today, and I know where it is because I know Livy's land, because I sold this land back to the Williams family in 1976.
Wow.
So I am familiar with Richmond Lodge as it was, although not quite so much these days when Livy has been the owner.
Okay. Well, I'm happy that you find me, Daddy Gaskell, because after I finish my circulation with Livia, we're going to ask him to take me to see you. So I'm happy that you find me.
Well, I'm glad that I find you here, because here is a very special spot in this frightful Destiny project. But also, it's my daughter Anna's last day here, so we're taking her off to the airport quite soon. So I thought I'd better come and see you while I could.
Well, I'm happy that you did, and I definitely have to see your daughter before she leaves. So I hope I get to see her before.
You better come up.
Yeah, I have to see her before she leaves. Yeah, I appreciate that. Thanks for the update.
Well, she with Charles, was one of the placard holders in the demonstration outside Government House just lately.
Yeah, I saw her in New St. Kitts on the 17th, it was.
Yeah, we all came over.
Correct, yeah. So, but I have to say bye to her because we know how it is. Might be a while before I see her again, so I'll be happy.
It might be. We hope she's coming for Christmas, but we don't know.
Okay. Well, Brother Williams,
Yes, sir?
this is even extra to have Mr. Gaskell here with us this morning.
Definitely, I would never have guessed that he was the one rolling down the road.
I thought they sent someone to escort me off Nevis.
No, DJ, you're always welcome. Isn't that so?
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
Yeah, so I'm happy that I came over this morning. I have a better understanding of what the Premier claims to be barren. And I'm seeing a whole bunch of banana trees here and plantings with edible fruits. in the not too distant future. So I would like to find out from the Premier what is his definition of barren lands. This is definitely not barren lands. They need water. They take a lot of stuff to grow and to bring bananas to this fruition, which means you have a good soil. The soil is good. But he's saying the soil was not good to grow anything, and animals cannot breed or exist in the area. I saw a bunch of goats and sheep earlier as I approach. I see cow dung in my travels, so I know there's cows in the area. So it's good. My visit, it was worth the trip across.
Well, I sure hope so.
You know,
Livy sent a letter off to the Premier, which was from both of us.
yeah. I saw the letter and I read it and I laughed to myself because I don't even think the Premier going to look at that letter after I listened to his rampage and his podcast speaking about expat in the March and July 10th. I don't think the Premier really understands that these lands are for the people of Nevis and not the Brantley family.
Well, I hope that at least the Prime Minister's office sees what we put up, or what Livy put up.
The Prime Minister, in his defense, I believe that he really wants to respect the Constitution. The problem is the Prime Minister has been led by a few people. And one of our biggest problems we have in this Labour administration is our Attorney General, Garth Wilkin. He and the Premier seems to be working hands in hands, and the Prime Minister seems to have taken comfort in taking advice from the AG. The AG don't have any love for St. Kitts and Nevis. The AG don't have any love for the poor. He have made it clear that their interests are foreign investors. And I believe him when he said that.
It's extraordinary, really, that he should be the son of such an amazing public servant called Charles Wilkin, God rest his soul, who has just died. It's just extraordinary.
Well, you could go a step further than that, but Daddy Gaskell. Remember, his father came out against the proposed SSZ. And for a father to come out publicly to denounce that SSZ, it tells me that he had to speak to his son, and his son was not paying attention. That's why he came public. Because in my case, I spoke to the Prime Minister for some 2 years privately about a lot of the things he was doing. And it's only after I realized that I'm not getting anywhere, I had to come public. And as I said to the people of St. Kitts and Nevis is that I am not going to sit back, take the country's money and be comfortable to satisfy myself while citizens are struggling, citizens are fighting for economic justice and cannot get it, while these people fly from one end of the globe to the next, wasting our money. There's too many poor people as you go to the villages of St. Kitts, I can tell you, that are crying. Do not know where the next meal is coming from. Do not know how they're going to pay their bills. There's a young lady that came over to St. Kitts last Friday. I met her down at the ferry terminal. And she was telling me that she was a strong supporter of CCM over the years. And she's looking for an apartment in St. Kitts. She cannot live in Nevis under the Premier no more. She also explained that she have a family member that is bedridden. And they reached out to the Premier for some help with Pampers and stuff like that. And not even that he could give them. With everything that the Premier has, his worth, you cannot help out someone in that situation.
Man, it's all show from him, just show.
All show, no go.
Wow. It's unfortunate. I love the guy. He dressed well. He speaks well. And I would love to give him a lot more credit. But what he's doing to Nevis and the people of Nevis, I just cannot support it. Some might say, oh, you're jealous. There's nothing to be jealous about. We're just talking the facts. I'm just bringing the facts, just like I bring the facts about Prime Minister Joe. Do the right thing, I'll talk the good things for you. You mistreat the people and do wrong, I'm going to speak about it. It's as simple as that.
It reminds me of the Greek tale of Croesus, the king, who asked the philosopher of the day, and this would be back in 400, 500 or so BC, he asked the philosopher of the day, expecting the answer that you, Croesus, are the happiest man in the country because you are so rich. But Solon, the philosopher, found someone else and described him, and he was a poor man who provided a great deal of service for others and who didn't look after himself, and he was not interested in riches at all. So Croesus, with all his riches, was disappointed not to be called the happiest man in Greece. And this reminds me, of course, of the goals of all these people who receive money and more money and more money. If you've got 1 million, you need 2 million. If you've got 1 billion, you need 2 billion.
And they're gonna die, leave it all.
What's it for?
That's so true, Mr. Gaskell.
It's unfortunate. So Daddy Gaskell, I'm happy, like I said, to see you. I'm glad that you find us here. We're gonna just do a quick wrap up. I don't know where else you want to show me. There's someplace else. So we're gonna take a run to Saddle Hill and try and do a wrap up. I definitely want to come and see your daughter before I leave the area. Alright. Okay, so I'll give you back the mic when you get to me. Alright. Yeah, so that's Daddy Gaskell there, speaking with the DJ. And I'm happy that Daddy Gaskell found us here at the Williams Estate. So we're going to take a run across to Saddle Hill before we conclude this live. So again, like I said, I want to thank the man himself, Livingstone Williams, aka Stoneman, aka the Stone Wall, because he's the wall that's standing between the destiny and the people of Nevis. So as we head back up the road here, I want to thank you online viewers who give your inputs on the situation. Sometime back. It seems as though the donkeys have more sense than some of these politicians we have in the country. It's unfortunate that I would have to make a statement like that, but the donkeys are hiding out of the sun while these politicians are taking us to the cleaners. So this area you say is meat?
Yes, the gentleman is going to be doing goat, sheep, rabbits, because he was displaced, because where he was, the people there decided to go with destiny.
Okay. So he has to relocate.
So he has to relocate, but since then I've heard that them and Destiny got at loggerheads because they basically bullshit them with the offer. They made an offer and then we came, we don't know what price.
Okay.
But the gentleman had started already and he decides that he wants to do something.
Yeah.
Relocate. No problem. As long as he wants. It's the same guy. Remember there was this thing about the hot spring?
Yeah.
He's the same gentleman.
Okay.
Discovered the hot spring. He's the same gentleman.
It's amazing that we have not gone out of your areas yet and we cover so much area.
That's it. And if we had gone down
Yeah.
and gone across, that would have been another thing. That's for part 2.
Okay.
Right? I show you the distance from the Long Point Pier right over to a place called Winter Forest.
Okay.
We're talking about miles going way past, you see the lighthouse?
Yeah.
Way past there, the same distance again.
So there's a lot of concrete to build that wall.
Oh,
can't build it across your property unless the NIA take your land by compulsory means. You can't put nothing past the Premier.
Well, that ain't going to happen.
Okay.
I had an issue years ago with my land at Saddle Hill, and he was involved, and they said they would acquire my land.
Just to say, I'll see you back at my house. I've got to have another.
Okay, no problem. Okay, so this road is the main road that's going out of the ground. Okay. I want to shout out my girl Hazel and shout out her house. The one to the right here, the pink one, that is Hazel's property. I wanted to see that everything is okay. The yard is clean, the monkeys. I ain't see any monkey today. Now when I come here, I see monkey taking over the yard, but I don't see any monkeys. So I just want Hazel to know everything look good. So this is the Brown Hill area. And today's a good day. Came to Nevis. No rain to mess up the tour. So this is good. Yes, we are in Nevis, down in the main road. And this road up here is called, what this area is? Lamper Hill. It's a serious hill. Mansion here. What's it called? Nevis. Someplace in Nevis, in the Brown Hill area. Everything coming up to the Premier's Mansion. So this is the Premier. Yeah, you guys looking for knife. Is that a good thing? Yeah.
Strips.
Yeah.
To National Nelson,
Yeah.
Francis Herbert, Lisbon.
Yeah, Montclair, yeah. Sure, they're not gonna stop. Okay. So once they're on the border, it's easy to take in everything else.
Just outside is Mexico.
Men from Cox.
National Heritage Sites.
Yeah.
Fort.
Okay. So they want to take in all this area. Okay. This is back to a Dutch road like what they used to be.
Right. Well, this is still perfect. This is a highway compared to what was before, because you couldn't have had your hand outside because the trees would have been grappling
Correct.
at you. It was literally a foot track.
Okay.
I used to use a Land Rover. When Roland Arch was alive. The Land get the start pen
Yeah.
from the bar. Start pen from Roland Archibald.
Okay. It's amazing that I was just the distance away. Hold a minute there. Let me get this. It's just amazing for me that I was just down the road there, a great distance away from Saddle Hill, and look, I'm right here now, right in the hills. I'm right here in the hills now. So I want to thank Brother Stoneman for giving me the ride. But this is Saddle Hill. From a distance a while ago, I zoom in and show you Saddle Hill. But I am right here in the hills now. Wow. The people of Nevis have to show appreciation for what their foreparents fought for and left for them.
You see, if up here, Roger Deere has got 80 acres.
Up here? Okay.
Further up in this area. And we don't know just how much they have. Because remember, Johnson says he's been buying lands for the last 10 years.
Okay.
So we don't really know. And it seems like, I don't know if it was sold in their name, in the company name, you know? Oh, now I see what the price for. This isn't bad. They're saying that domestic world, this is nice. This is nice. So you have to come and see for yourself.
Lands for sale.
These are some conditions actually. They're trying to establish before COVID greenhouse area. And then, we got shut down.
Social Security have lands here as well.
Yes, lands for sale.
So Social Security plan to sell to Destiny.
Well, I don't know.
That's what I heard the Premier said.
Start to scrabble. Up here was called St. George's Farm.
Okay.
What do you call it? Roland Archibald. Had a farm, milk. Used to grow cotton up here. Had livestock, cattle. Used to milk the cows and sell milk. You know, in the days gone by, I'm talking years ago. But again, not over 100 years ago because I knew the gentleman. I'm not 100. Seal here, you know. Should stamp this down. That's Roland Archibald's house. He was the owner. Before he died. It's just never been renovated because they sold it on to someone else. So this is a road which goes
So that's those antennas over there. houses up there.
Yeah. I wonder why they put this on. They should have never done that. I'll check. See, we're right in the hub.
Yeah. So we're actually in the saddle.
Yes. This is my land. You see there's the wall from there? Saddle.
So this is your land up here.
Yeah, this is my land. We are on my land. Right.
Welcome, my good people. We're in the saddle here. Saddle Hill. Mr. Livingstone Williams land. We are in the Saddle Hill area. You see the hills there. Wow.
Long Point is right around there.
That's over where those houses are over there.
Yeah, well, Long Point is just round the corner.
Okay, so let me zoom in. That folks could see Long Point. Okay, right around the corner there.
Right, and then all in here is some of the land they want. All in here.
So all in here.
If you pan left, all here they want to. Right here they want.
Right where we are.
Yeah, they want right up to the fort.
I want right up to the fort there.
Go all across. Whitehall Estate, Winter Forest, Morton Hill, Doctor's Bottom, McFarlane.
Wow.
Go right over to Stark Pen. And then you see over there?
Yeah.
That is Indian Castle. That is where Stark Pen is. So again, you still can't see all the land because there's a lot of land just like that might be where it falls away.
This is a great deal of land mass they want to take up here.
Yeah. And remember, they want up to the fort wall.
They want right up to the wall
Yeah,
there.
because they want this land.
They want your land,
Yes.
which you're not selling. So you're saying
This is
hell,
my personal land now.
that's your, that's your family land. This is your personal land. And how much land is this?
This is 10 acres.
10 acres. And you're not selling.
No,
There's no price.
no.
Okay. You heard it from the Stonewall. Destiny, there's no price. Not for sale. 10 acres of land in the Saddle Hill area, owned by Mr. Livingstone Williams, aka Stoneman, aka Stonewall, not for sale.
It goes right up to the Saddle Hill Battery. Over there is Nelson Lookout. You see that outcrop of rock?
Yep.
That's what they call Nelson's Lookout.
Okay, so that's Nelson Lookout right over there.
Right. There used to be cannons on top of these walls.
Okay.
I don't know how they got to shoot a ship all of that distance.
Something like Brimstone Hill in St.
Just
Kitts.
like Brimstone Hill.
Yeah, so this is the fort.
Yeah, this is the fort.
Alright.
So that is my upper boundary.
Okay. So they want to take you in.
Yeah.
Well, Stoneman, this piece of history, without this Destiny project, without the Gaskells, without Mr. Jeff Pemberton and the man Tulu, Hazel Clarkson getting me involved in trying to save Nevis, I would have never get this tour. of Nevis. This is some serious land here that these folks are trying to take in.
And you see how nice and flat the land is
Yep,
over there?
nice.
Then actually, these hills, the land is nice and flat behind those hills, because if we were to go down there, just to find wild cotton.
And there's a main road down there that takes you around Nevis.
The road now is Cockle Harbour.
Okay.
But then after that, I've spoken to successive governments time and time again. They needed to do something. So far, this estate actually cut a road where we could have gone to Indian Castle
Okay.
years ago, but erosion and weather, and because it wasn't sealed, took it back in.
Well, but the Stoneman, this is an experience. Appreciate you as well. One of you, my good people. One of you.
The owner of this estate, Roland Archibald, used to stay in his house because Antigua, if the weather wasn't so, you would have seen Antigua and Montserrat.
And Montserrat, yes, on the other side.
When the cruise ships leave to go St. Kitts, it's like a show. They pass right here and go to St. Kitts.
Well, Brother Livy, as I said, thanks for the tour.
No problem, anytime.
And my good people, I just want to set the Univision at home, locally, regionally and internationally. It's a fight to save your sovereignty. This is not about politics or personalities. We must band together for the betterment of the people of St. Kitts and Nevis. What affects Nevis affects St. Kitts. What affects St. Kitts affects Nevis. Together, we must deal with these bad actors that we put in our government offices to do right by the people that have chose to do differently. So, at this point in time, we're going to head back down the road. I'm going to try and keep the live on a bit longer on my way back down. But I have accomplished my mission coming across to Nevis today. Again, I want to thank Brother Prince Mills, the Waterman Ferry, for accommodating my transport across to Nevis today. And definitely gotta big up Daddy Gaskell for finding me.
That was a shock.
That was a shock. I have to really big up Daddy Gaskell for finding me in the bushes. He is really a trooper.
You see, he would know because the land belonged to him.
I also want to thank Brother Charles Gaskell for giving the information to Daddy Gaskell. Yep.
I'm just seeing fast. The tower up here.
Yeah, when you go up and turn around, at least I'll get a view of the wall coming back. Coming back now.
You see, the wall was built in 2 stages.
Yep. What is amazing though is to hear the Premier and public address system in the Federation speaking about this area is barren for some 100 years and nothing has been done and it cannot grow any plant, animal cannot graze and this kind of stuff. And I now come here and see for myself that not only there are food products being grown, animals are grazing. So I really would like to hear the Premier explain what is his definition of barren. Unless he's speaking about the Calypsonian barren. Yes, we are still in the Saddle Hill area. These hills remind me of Tartola. British Virgin Islands. Some serious hillside here.
You cut this road, sir?
Wow. So you drive excavators and stuff? Okay.
Well, it's actually a backhoe we used.
Backhoe?
A couple of backhoes we used to cut this hillside.
Yeah. So you know the area well if you cut these roads.
Oh, yes. Well, when they sent their engineers to tell me how to cut the road, I didn't know. They wanted to come straight up. I can show you. I don't know. I know where it is. It was forever.
Okay. Well, I wonder if Weber wants me to do some maintenance on his antenna since I'm already here. Weber, no, I'm an electrician, very good electrician, so I wonder. Weber, you have my number. I'm here at your antenna, so let me know if you have any issues. While I'm here, I can just check it out for you one time because I'm right here at your antenna. I see there's a new box there, so they're doing some work here.
Yeah, well, they've just put up that new antenna.
Okay.
This one closest was the original one.
Okay, Weber, since I haven't heard from you, I'm heading out, so if you want me to come back to check your antenna, you would have to bring me back up here. But I just want you to know I just passed your antenna, brother Weber. Okay, so we're heading out of the Saddle Hill area, heading back down the hill. So I'm going to show you the fourth wall here, which is the boundary line, I understand, of Mr. Williams, aka Stoneman land. So Destiny definitely have a fight on their hand. Stoneman says no.
Hell no.
Well, he said hell no.
Not in this life or the next.
Not in this lifetime or the next one.
As you said, the weather has really been good for us because if it had been raining, it would have been a challenge.
Definitely, yeah. I'm a God blessed child, you know.
That's why I have my hygiene too, because
Yeah.
I don't believe rain should restrict you on the road.
I'm a God blessed child. God always make ways for me to accomplish my missions. And today definitely was a good mission.
wall now.
So we're on the top of the wall.
Right. So we'll get a better vantage point at the end, looking off when we get across. Because actually, down I would be able to see from St. Kitts to Montserrat in one swing.
Okay.
Then see, that goes right across.
Right.
That's because you're able to see so let's look up onto right up to here.
From here back to the sea. Okay, and I'm seeing the port now from here.
Good. Now you see the port.
Yeah. So from here back to the port. Okay. Wow. So in this area up in the mountain to my right, what that area is?
Up there is up Hamilton and
Okay.
I'll go Hamilton and Zetlands. And
Okay, Hamilton Zetlands. What this area in the middle here where this green building is here?
all there is like Cox.
Okay, Cox. Clear cut. And then straight ahead here, where you got those boats, this area here, what those area? Where these buildings are, straight ahead here. Straight ahead of me here.
Across there, Gaskell. It's the Gaskell and then when we go back.
Okay, so that's down there where Mark Brantley house is and the Gaskells and the Pat Bartlett and stuff. And then straight across to the port. Let me zoom in on the port. That port is where the wall,
Yes, the wall will originate there,
the
right across up to here.
so that wall for Destiny will go from there at the port
Yes.
all the way up to here.
Well, that's what they proposed to come up to here, right here where we are. Go across, follow the fort, go across.
So the wall will start down there at the port, come straight up the hill, come up here to the top, and go across the top here by the fort, all the way over to Nelson Lookout. Wow.
Down the hillside.
That's a lot of land that Destiny trying to take. 2,670 acres of land. Wow. That's a lot of land they're trying to take in here. They're definitely making their own island. They're cutting off the people from Nevis, from their thing.
I haven't seen all of the land, Mr. Mauritia. You'll have to come back so we can go outside to see the other side. Yeah. So imagine all that would be a no-go area. All in there, come all around, as far as you can see. Whatever you could see from there, they want to make it a no-go area.
Wow.
This is the corner of my land, because this is the fort wall. This is a road the government should have taken in, they didn't.
Okay.
So because of that, that's the problem. This
Yeah.
is supposed to be
The main road,
public road.
public road.
Yes.
So this is the public road up to the thing, and then this is your boundary line from here back, all the,
Follow the wall.
straight across. Okay. Oh, that was a good experience. Yes, my good people, still on the hill, still on the saddle. We are getting ready to head down. Again, can't thank Mr. Williams enough for this tour and this opportunity to view the Saddle Hill area. So as we get ready to depart the Saddle Hill area, I'm going to show you the right side of my right side here is the fourth wall, which is the boundary line of Mr. Williams' 10 acre. So we're heading back down. Low ground, as I would call it. Yeah, right up in the saddle, right up in the hill.
This is the road where we went up.
Yep. Yeah, right up in the saddle we went.
Another thing, I told successive governments, since I'm going out, I've been need to get the form sorted out. This would be up to this junction.
Yep.
That's my big stuff. All the years now, we need to.
So this road we're heading down now is actually your private land.
Yes.
Your private road.
My private. From the time you go over here,
Yeah.
the wall is still over here, you see?
Correct.
That's the wall. As I said, they initially had told me go across, break the wall and come up. And I said, well, no, let's come across here.
Okay.
I just fill in stuff
Okay.
to pass, so I haven't destroyed the wall in any shape nor form. So if in the future they want to dig it out, then they'll dig it out.
Fine.
When they take their proper road,
Okay.
you know. But I don't restrict anybody. You see? Because Bremo has to get access. The maintenance guys have
Well,
to get access.
I'm going to have to have a conversation with Weber. I'm going to put up a toll. Mr. Weber, I have to come and see you, my brother. Stoneman said you're free to pass, but I'm going to have to charge you a toll to come through here. Yeah, so we are trying to get out of the saddle at the moment, heading back down to low ground. As I said, The visit to Nevis was well worth it. That's some good education. And the land here in the south coast of Nevis, in non-barren land, because I just want the Premier to know there's nothing barren about these lands.
They're very bountiful, they're very fruitful.
Very bountiful and fruitful. So that's another charge against you, Mr. Premier.
So you better go check yourself.
If you want the DJ to come back over and give you a tour, I'll be happy to arrange a tour. You know, I know a few people that will join me with you. Yes, a lovely.
I don't know. There's a man, Morris, owns land next door. And I don't know if these people are minded. Some of them I know, not selling. They could also take this section as you said. Up to my land. What they said. Because of all the secrecy, we don't know what they have or what they don't have.
Yes, it's a lovely morning in Queen City, Nevis. That was the birth of the DJ Mauritia Media in that way. So, gotta give credit to Dr. Timothy Harris for that. He figured by resting up the DJ, everything will be alright. Found out the hard way. As they would say, he cut a stick to whip his ass. Dr. Harris, just a reminder, my people, tomorrow evening, Wednesday 29th July, is round 2 of my conversation with Dr. Harris. Podcast kick off at 6 p.m. Dr. Harris scheduled to join me at 6:30. So, get your popcorn and your wine or your water, whatever you need. Is going to be a bam bam as usual. Looking forward to a good conversation with Dr. Harris, asking the questions that need to be asked, and expect the questions to be answered and spinning. Yes, heading down the hill from the saddle. to get ownership on. Checked out the lands for the Williams family there. And we just went up by the Livingston Williams, aka Stoneman. Lands there in the Saddle area. Very interesting piece of information. Very, very interesting. So we're heading back down to low ground. Yes. So I gotta check out Daddy Gaskell for a bit. Say hi. As a matter of fact, that's where I will end my life once I get to the Gaskell. I will end this life for today. July 28th, 2026. I want to say happy birthday to Gwyneth. You enjoy your birthday and live to see many, many more. Sister Beverly Maurish, I see you online. How you doing? Hope all is well with you and Sister Kia. Man, the rest of the crew. And I say good morning to my baby girl there. My daughter Michelle. And Sunday Jeffrey, Junior and Jazz. How you guys doing? My sister Esther. Mokis and the kids there in town. Hope you guys doing well. My brother there called Morris in St. Thomas, Virgin Islands. How are you and Sister Val doing? The man Sour Patsy Brown, man Ralph and Co. My cousin there, Benny and Sister Pam. Hope you guys are doing well. My uncle Yusuf there in St. Croix, Shakima and the team there. Brother Benta, how you doing? Hope all is well with you. My brother Romeo Paris, Paris Pharmacy. Hope you're doing well. So, Mr. Rusty Liebert, I see you online. How you doing? How is things there in Taiwan? That's one thing about the digital life, you know. People from around the globe comes on. Once I go live, the whole world lock in. So, at this point, I'm going to end the live as I'm here now at the Gaskells.
Morning.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, they're all out at the
Oh,
moment.
your dad's still out? Oh.
Yeah, I guess he went towards afterwards. You just came down from Saddle Hill?
Yeah, but we met him over on the...
I sent him down.
Yeah.
I was like, do you know where they're going to be? He's like, it's Richmond Lodge right now.
Mauricio was saying it looked like they sent police first.
Yeah. Some great images from up on there.
Yes, I just want to say we're about to end this live, my good people. It was good having Brother Livingstone Williams, aka Stoneman, taking me around. So until such time, we'll see you tomorrow evening.